Fairy Tail is back, and I'm happy to say this chapter is way better than the last one. Then again, the last chapter was just endlessly disappointing. But anyway, we start off actually not where we left off, but instead all the way back at Athena, who's looking at that giant tablet of his, and the golden dragon god sculpture on the tablet color fades, which means there's now only one dragon god left. That is Igna. That's when we pop back to the fight, where we see the remains of Vernus shatter into millions of pieces and scatter across the area. Yeah, and his entire body was made of gold. So it's literally raining gold. Lucy's heartbroken that she's seeing her friend dying, while Natsu, on the other hand, is extremely excited because he gets to fight Igna now. Sabretooth, on the other hand, is literally just harvesting the corpse of Vernus because, once again, it's made of gold and they are now celebrating that they're super rich. So yeah, they're all celebrating. Froach decides to eat a piece of gold. Obviously, that's not possible. There's really something wrong with that Exceed. I mean, I think he might have fallen on his head as a baby. Carla points out to Wendy that, just like Cape Shelter, the Golden Owl Guild was an illusion, but Wendy retorts and says, no, Cape Shelter was an illusion out of love. Which is nice to see Wendy say that and smile because of it, because at the time, I could only imagine just how betrayed she felt. I mean, everyone she knew up to that point was a fake, and even the guild master was a ghost that was slowly fading away. So part of her had to have, hated the guild master after that. It's good to see that she was able to move on and see that as a happy memory. That's when, out of the rubble, the Scarrio sisters appear. Apparently, they weren't illusions created by Vernus. They were real. And their memories are completely fuzzy. They can't remember anything. So basically, Vernus kidnapped them and altered their minds to turn them into his servants. At first, I thought this was going to be a thing that they were the victims of Vernus, but no. Then they reveal that Vernus targeted them because they were enemies. And why are they enemies? Because they work for Igna. Yeah, so these two humans work for a dragon god who hates humans. Apparently he has a group called Fire and Flame working under him. Now, here's the thing. They have that nasty look they always have, so they're still evil, which is good. I'm really glad they are being redeemed. But I can't imagine this story is going to end well for them. Remember, Igna hates humans, so either he's going to use them as human sacrifices to resurrect dragons, or he's going to turn them into dragons. Now, I'm not sure if they're aware of this. They might want to be turned into dragons, but if they're not being turned, they're going to be sacrificed. I can't imagine they know that. There's no way Igna is going to inform them that he's going to sacrifice them. So, yeah, this is not going to end well for them. They are fucked. Obviously, because they serve Igna, Fairy Tail's their enemy, and they make that quite clear. In fact, the two of them contemplate whether or not they should fight Fairy Tail here and now, or leave. They decide to leave because they've been missing for a long time, and they should probably get back to their master, apparently. So they decide to go to the Fire Castle. That's when a huge explosion of fire happens, and they just disappear. Which means they're fire wizards. They use fire magic. So all that stuff that was before, that alchemy thing, that was literally imprinted on them by Vernus. So yeah, they're going to have to fight these ladies again, and they're either A, going to be as strong as they were before, which should be fine because Urza already beat them, so she could probably do it again, or they might actually be stronger next time they see them, which is absurd to think about. The fact they keep getting buffs on top of buffs. My guess is they're not going to be stronger. I think they're going to be the same, but someone other than Urza is going to fight them. Kinda as a way to show that everyone is leveling up. This isn't unheard of because whenever Urza fights someone early on and they do come back, another person fights them. Like Kira before, Urza fought her, but then Lucy fought her later on. And we got a third survivor of the guild showing up, Athena too. She calls out to Lucy, and everyone freaks out, get ready to fight, but then Lucy jumps in between and says, no, this is Athena, this is our Athena. Her consciousness was moved to this new body, which makes sense because the other one didn't really have a consciousness. It was basically a doll that moved. So Lucy finally got her happy ending when it came to the Vernus fight, knowing that Athena's now alive. Carla actually asked Wendy if she was the one who did it, because this is something that happened with Irene. But Wendy says no, this wasn't her who did it. She says magic had no involvement, and she even implies it's the power of love. In a sense, it was the power of love, because we then flip over to Duke, the real Duke, and he's clearly smiling because he's the one who did it, which makes perfect sense. I mean, the guy created life. I'm pretty sure he has the ability to transfer consciousness. He's the greatest alchemist in the world, after all. And with that, the Golden Owl Guild arc wraps up. Sabretooth is off with their piles and piles of gold. Athena is now living with Elfina. The fake Duke obviously disappeared because he was an illusion. And the rest of Fairy Tail are on their way to finish the 100 Years quest. And thanks to the Scarrio sisters, they have a clue. They now know that he lives in a castle known as the Fire God's Castle. And it kind Kinda looks like the eye of Sauron, not gonna lie. I'm cool with this wrap up of the arc. I'm glad the Scenario sisters are still around. They can still do their thing. I'm glad that Athena's with Athena, so she's still part of the story. Still don't like the fight with Vernus, but other than that, wrap up is good. I like the wrap up. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Fair Chat and other my things. Thank you, and have a great day.